Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo.
89.1 FM. And today it is ESBN back with another week. And I am with the Valorant team. My name is Dylan, by the way. I'm taking over for Trevor this week. Most people call me Chippy, though, and you'll probably hear me get called that quite often. But who am I joined with here today?
I'm Miles.
I'm Val.
I'm Ed.
And this is my Varsity Valorant team today. And we wanted to kind of take the next hour to kind of talk to them about what we've kind of reached over time and where they're currently at with the team. And well, we've led to the point of playing Valorant almost every day because I've heard Miles has quite a few hours in the game that
I got at least 3.
At least 3 hours today already. 3,000
This semester or like since you started?
But yeah, so tell me, what do you guys? How'd you start really playing video games?
Of playing video games?
We'll start with that. Oh, we'll get it a little broad. How about that?
I went to my best friend's house and he was playing Call of Duty Zombies. So I like begged my mom for Xbox 360. I had a PlayStation, but I wasn't like playing on it all the time. But I begged my mom for Xbox 360 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And I got the Xbox, but I didn't get Black Ops 2. My dad thought all the Call of Duties were the same thing. He got me like Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. And I didn't play it. But then one day I was like super bored and my dad's like, you don't never play on PlayStation. How you bored? You can do that. I got on it and I'd never stopped since that day.
Oh, shame on you. Modern Warfare 2 is a good game.
It is good. I didn't know that at the time.
Well, you could go drop a nuke now. How about that? But come on. What do you got, Ed?
I started, I think sometime close to the end of middle school. My friend hooked me up on CSGO. And ever since then, I think I've played a lot of CSGO. The only time I've switched was when someone else convinced me to try Rainbow Six. Spent a few years on that, back to CSGO. And then here I am playing Valorant now. There was a Fortnite phase. We all went through that.
I think we all went through the Fortnite phase. I went through the Fortnite phase.
I definitely played a lot of
Whatever.
Fortnite.
There's no way you didn't go through like a battle.
Only reason I have a computer is because of Fortnite.
I played like maybe 2 hours and then I stopped.
Oh.
I just was not
Everyone
into
played that when it came out.
It's not my
Even
thing.
I played a lot of
I played
Valorant.
Fortnite first day.
I'm not even going to lie. I wasn't very good, but it was fun. All my friends were on it.
I would not have a PC if I did not play Fortnite at some point.
I started off playing Valorant on like a little laptop that couldn't even run the game. So like I didn't really have like a PC to really play the game until like a couple of years ago.
I still don't. I'm still on a laptop. Ever since I started.
Better than me. So
I definitely, it was mainly my brother. He grew up playing like the N64 and all that stuff. I never actually got to play on it, but I played like on the Game Boy and like the Color and Advance and stuff. We got into having a 360, played Zombies, and then it just kind of went from there. I mean, I played like RuneScape and all that stuff. So yeah, it was fun.
that's where I came from. You know, I played a lot of the RuneScape back in the day, you know, on my laptop. I tried out World of Warcraft. I'll never go back. I know some people would be shameful of that. We have another club officer, Josh, and he would shame me for saying shame on World of Warcraft. But you know, I came from a lot of Call of Duty as well. I played on an Xbox, on a PlayStation. You know, I kind of grew my roots on console until I like senior year high school, and then I was like, yeah, maybe I want a computer.
Yeah, I built my PC like 4 years ago. And like I bought my laptop and I had CSGO and everything. I bought CSGO and I was like so ready to start playing. And I launched the game and my laptop crashed. I was like, yeah, all right. But Valorant was able to run when it came out. I was like, oh, okay. So Valorant was my first ever FPS that I played like on like PC, like mouse keyboard. But on console, it definitely was Call of Duty.
You tell me your laptop didn't crash like launching Minecraft like mine did? What's wrong with you? No.
No.
Crashing
My
launching
laptop was
Minecraft is
like,
crazy.
my laptop would die like launching anything. Like Counter-Strike really like put it in the grave.
My first laptop was what I started playing on, and it had an i3. And that somehow ran Siege like 40 FPS, and I somehow hit plat my first season on it. So it's something, but
It's something. That's experience at least. But talking on experience, what do you got?
I had a gaming laptop. It was like an Omen.
is that your first?
pretty
Wow,
good.
so you're spoiled, is what you're saying.
Is that your first?
I'm not
I
gonna
had
deny
a
it.
work-
First like laptop or like a computer? That's
was
what you
a-
had, was an Omen laptop?
Yeah, it was an Omen laptop.
I bought a $400 laptop, an HP laptop to play Minecraft and everything on it, and it still
would-
almost didn't run.
I kid you not. I would be like at the high school and like, or not at the high school. And I was in like intermediate middle school, you know, like 5th, 6th grade. And I'm like, Minecraft. I wish I could play Minecraft, you know? And I'm like pretending I could use like WASD on a school keyboard, right? Like I'm trying to learn how to play before I can even play. I'm like, I'll get the mechanics down. And then I'll become good.
Yep.
But on the topic of experience, I know we joked about how many hours Miles has in Valorant, but truthfully, how many hours do you really have, you guys?
2,000.
On Valorant?
3,000. I don't think you have 2,000 hours
I have
because I have
2,000
2,000 hours alone on just one account in Siege.
I have 2,000 hours in Valorant.
Well,
I definitely don't know, because when it first came out, like in the beta and stuff like that, I played a lot in beta, and then I just had like hiatuses where I just like would play a little bit and then I'd stop, and then last year I definitely got into it a lot more, played more. So I would definitely put myself maybe 600 hours, 700 hours. Yeah.
I think I started when I moved here for college after I transferred. That was right after COVID, so I'd put that 2021. And then the next summer after that, I just stopped playing because I got home. All my friends were still on CSGO. So I switched back for a while. And then early fall, I started playing again. So I have maybe 300, 200 hours?
how many hours do you have in CSGO?
1,600?
This is weird, but since I played Rainbow Six Siege, it's been out for 8 years now.
Yeah.
And I played that since almost day one. I played about 6 months into the game's like release, maybe 8 months. And I've accumulated over 6,000 hours in that game.
I have 2,500 on Siege.
Yeah, I mean, I've put about 3,000 hours alone on console, and then about 3,000 hours on PC.
That's crazy.
2,000 hours on just my Steam profile.
When did you make the switch?
It was about my senior year of high school. My brother got a computer first, so I played on that. And then, you know, I put probably about like 300 hours on his computer alone. He would be like at wrestling practice, and I would like go into his room and like play for like 6 hours, and like he wouldn't know. And I would like hurry up, you know, like clean everything up, make sure Siege was hidden on the computer so he wouldn't know, and like go next. But now you're here. I mean, doing a podcast for WIDR 89.1 FM, and you're here, you know, and you're playing for a collegiate esports team. Yeah. How does that really feel for you guys to be at a competitive level for the game?
Definitely surreal. I mean, I didn't expect myself, like, as someone that was playing like Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube to playing FPS on a PC and like actually being on a team who's also supportive in my friends, and definitely a genuinely great environment to be around.
I didn't think I wasn't gonna make the team. Like in the fall, when I was on the club team, I was actually really mad. I would watch the varsity team like play, and I would be like really bitter and think about, why is this guy doing that? But I mean, I'm chilling now. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
It was actually pretty, like, something that I wanted to do and finally got to do. So it's something mind-blowing.
How did you guys even hear about the tryouts? Like, how did you even know that we were going to have tryouts for a Varsity Valorant team?
I asked during a tour I was taking before I got to the school.
What? I would have never 100 years guessed that a tour person would have told you about esports, because alone, like, not many people even know about our esports club. You know, and myself being one of the community manager for that, I do as much publicity as I can for that club. Anyone asks why I'm wearing my white esports at WMU hoodie, I go, yeah, we have esports at Western. And they're like, really? That's so cool. And I'm shocked to hear that you found about it in a tour.
They didn't tell me about trials. They just said, I think we have an esports arena pointed towards the direction.
Pointed towards the direction. Yeah, we got like esports somewhere, you know?
So we were on clubs. So Luke, Miles, and we were on club last semester. And like, my roommate pushed me into joining the club and like playing the tourneys and all that stuff. And then I wasn't going to play collegiate this semester because I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to join and yada, yada, yada. And then I filled out the form. She pressed submit, and then I showed up, and yep.
My friend that doesn't even go to Western just told me that there was an esports team, and at the time we were like messing around GLG. It's like a small tournament, and we didn't win. We lost instantly, but he was like, if you want to try, look for some more experience, you know, reach out to them. Maybe they have tryouts coming up soon. Admittedly, I did try it a few times, and this spring I finally got in.
I was gonna say, I do remember your name flying around. I've been to many tryouts for a couple of years now to watch all these people show up, and I've seen names come and go, and you know, a couple names. I remember Miles for a couple of years. Actually, funny enough, don't remember Val much. Like, because I subbed in for, I've played a competitive Valorant match for our school. I subbed in for one of the club guys. Last semester I subbed in for a game or two, and I was like, wow, why am I even playing this game? I was kind of shocked.
I've only been here for, even though I'm a sophomore, I've only been in the club for a year.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Back to that game, how did you actually do though?
I actually top fragged one of the games, but they only put me on duelist because that's the only thing I knew how to do. So I just picked Jet and got to, you know, use my knives and get funny left clicks. Okay. That was at the time. That was since I was last semester. That was still like common now Jet dash where you have to press it twice. But I played a lot of Jet in the time where like you get your knives back on right click. So I was like, I would abuse it and just like dash people down.
I remember hating that. I still hate Jet knives.
Hate that. Jet knives are annoying. I would agree.
I'm just saying, I'm always good for one.
Like if I see a Jet with knives out, I'm just like praying that she doesn't one tap me with their knives while forward running. It's just so annoying.
I can never hit anything with the Jet knife, so I'm trying to figure out how people do that while flying, while dashing, you know?
I just remembered this. A shameless plug, I should say. If you want to go check out any esports for us, go to twitch.tv/VWMUEsports. You can see any live games from our Valorant team or even Rocket League, Overwatch, as well as League of Legends. We try to host all the games on there as much as possible. I'm rooting for the Valorant team always, you know, because I love first-person shooters, so I always try to get them on there when I can. But I actually have casted quite a few Valorant games in the past for our school. And one of the times, Jock, currently on the team, Josh, one of your teammates, it was that, or it was Kotsky Ben, one of the old players. I jinxed them so bad. I've never jinxed someone so bad in my life. And I was like, they were walking up behind someone, and I was like, oh, they have knives, and they are extremely deadly with the knives. And they left clicked. The guy is back turned to him in the middle of a icebox ramp. He flanked up through kitchen, came down the stairs, had the best flank in the world, had all 5 knives, missed all of them right above his head. And I was like, oh, I like hands on the head. Like I was freaking out. Like, oh my God, I just said that happened. I could not live that down ever. And it was one of the one things that like I've said and I go, yeah, Caster's curse is real. It is a very real thing to kind of throw onto people.
Did you talk to him about it?
I did. We told him about it, and he goes, "That is the worst thing that's ever happened to me." It was like, it was one of those like moments where, like, you miss the first knife and you panic, right? Yep, and you go, "Oh no, I missed," and then you throw 2 more and you go, "Oh no, I missed again," and then you throw the last 2 and you go, You just like
That's
take
in
your
a
hands off
bad
the keyboard,
situation.
right? You just like go next.
Not getting a kill when behind someone is like the worst feeling. You're just hands on head, mouth open, eyes wide. I can't even think at that point. I'm like, yeah, my cat
It
was
makes
on
me
my
want to
keyboard.
Alt F4.
It does, yeah, just force quit.
My monitor died. I'm saying every excuse that comes to my head, I'm saying it in chat on voice comms. It is not my fault.
It's on full blast, not my fault. Not my fault.
Yeah, cat laid on my mouse.
Cat chewed through my Ethernet.
Oh my goodness. What do you guys think about the arena? I know you've come to a few times for practices and stuff like that in person. What do you really think about the arena?
It's nice, but at the end of the day, it's different from what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like feel like bringing my keyboard and my mouse pad
Yeah.
because that's just a lot of work to set it up and then unset it up to leave. So I just bring my mouse. And the chair height, the monitor not being up in my face. It's the computer and the monitor is better than what I have at home, but it's just different.
Yeah.
I definitely do agree with Miles about the peripherals part. Because, like, I definitely was, like, always taking my mouse, and then I left my keyboard, like, wire.
I do remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that many
like-
times. I have recovered many keyboard wires from many people.
Yeah, I left
I
my
have done
keyboard
that.
wire, but I definitely really liked the environment when we were all like able to like fist pump each other and all that stuff, and like morale was high and whatever, and like I definitely just enjoyed being able to see everyone because like definitely when we're like at home and we're playing, like kind of sucks that I'm not able to be like, woo, like oh my god, you did so well, and then like just
I gave Ed a lot of fist bumps.
yeah.
I gave who was beside me? It was Josh or Maddie.
Yeah, because we sat in a specific pattern. Yeah, it was
you look how
literally.
How it goes, you put the
Yeah.
you organize it. It's worth
Yeah, it
it.
was literally Maddie, Josh, like starting from the left to the right. It was Maddie, Josh, Ed, Miles, Luke,
and
and
then
then
me.
me. Originally, it was me and Luke switched, and then I'm pretty sure you two were switched.
Did we?
No? Maybe it was Josh and Maddie. I don't know. But definitely Luke and I switched.
Yeah, that's definitely a vibe because I have my team at the arena quite often. I try to get my Rainbow Six team to the arena as much as I can, and like we played on a couple LANs together already, our team. So like when we like are in sync, we're like knuckles right away, and like we'll just like hit it quick and go back to the game. But it's a different vibe, I would say. But I gotta say, I do have a complaint about the arena. I don't like the desk space.
I don't
There's
either.
not a lot of
Horrible.
space. There is not a
Yeah.
lot of space for us to play at. But that's something that, obviously we have to improve for the arena. But I think definitely the best thing is like what Val had said, where like having everyone there at the arena is just a different feeling, right? Having everyone together to kind of like play together is it's a different feeling than playing online together.
Yeah, it's a different connection.
For real.
I have a few scratches on my mouse because of the monitor stand.
I actually do too. I have a bad habit of like when I'm in a smaller desk space, I like to like I'm bumping things. I like to kind of like lift my arm up and like pick my mouse up as well and do like a larger motions to like turn faster. And when I do that, I turn like left. When I turn left, my keyboard's always there and it's like slanted inwards, right? So I always hit my mouse on the corner of my keyboard and I'm like, poof. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I'm like slamming my keyboard off the desk. I've actually, in the middle of a game, I've thrown my mouse off the desk once. I was like, I swiped to the right, but I let go of the mouse.
That has
and
happened
it
to
flew
me.
off the desk. And I was in the dorms at the time. So I had like the small desks. I'm in the little chair and I'm sitting there and I throw the mouse off the desk. And I'm like, I'm like middle of the round. I'm like prone in Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm like, guys, I got to grab my mouse. I'm like, Chippy, what? I'm in like a 1v4. I'm like, mouse is on the ground, guys.
Running to get your mouse.
The mouse is on the
hilarious.
ground. But on the topic of clutches, I gotta ask, is one of the best things playing a tactical FPS game has got to be the clutch. Now, what's the feeling for you guys when you get in that moment where you're left in that 1v3, 1v2, or 1vx, right? What's that first thing that's going through your mind when you're left in the clutch?
I think Val had a pretty sick pistol clutch that she might
Yeah,
want to talk
I
about.
recently
did.
just had a 1v3 pistol clutch, but I still
It's
can't
on stream
stop.
at twitch.tv/the WMUEsports. Anyways,
I still can't, like, literally I just need people to just be quiet. Like, I just like literally, like, my heart's racing already. Like, I can't, like, after the round, like I definitely screamed. Like I remember because I have a recording. Like I have it set on my PC, and it just absolutely like it was just my mic just shocked. It was just like yeah, too loud. But after like I think we played a comp game after we were celebrating. And Miles just said, "Why do you shoot your classic like it's an AR?" Still, like,
She spams the classic as quickly as possible.
I'm in a 1v3, bro. I'm panicking, okay? Hey, I won the round, okay? I don't want to hear it.
Hand of God came down and won you that round. You were spamming that classic like it was the Odin, dude. There is no reason anyone should be shooting classic like that.
But besides the silence, what's that feeling going through you? Like, what's the first thing that you think of?
Pain. I just, like, everyone's quiet. Like, just internal thoughts. Like, the intrusive thoughts are about to win. It's like, I don't know. I definitely just, like, I feel like I panic a lot, but I definitely just try to focus more and, like, definitely I'm more observant, like more aware of like just what's happening when everyone's kind of quiet, because I'm like actually able to just be able to kind of be in that silence, be able to do what I want to do and not have someone being in my ear saying, shoot, left click, press Q.
Go back seat.
I definitely don't get nervous unless it's like winnable. Or at least I think it's winnable.
Unless it's a winnable, you don't get nervous.
Yeah, because if you're
always winnable.
If you're in a 1v5, chances are
always
you're
winnable.
probably gonna lose.
Well,
but like
it's always winnable, Miles.
If I know what I have to do to win, I'm also not as nervous. I just know that I need to do it. Like if you remember, I remember it was like a 2v1, and all I had was an op. Right, I missed my shot. My teammate's defusing. I pull out a sheriff. I didn't even know I had a sheriff at the time, but I pull out my secondary because that's all I can do. And I'm like, I just need to hit the shot. And I hit the shot. Crowd goes wild. But yeah, if I feel like I know what I need to do in order to like kill the last couple of people, I'm chilling. But if I don't know where they are, I'm like clearing stuff. I'm like, my heart's beating. I'm not.
It's definitely more like a second nature type of thing.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of let yourself take into motion. Like I think it's just mind empty, play game.
I think when that happens, right, as soon as someone says something in game chat, all those thoughts are gone, and then you're just left there like a deer in headlights, just froze. I think.
Yeah, and then you look at your hand after, it's like just shaking a little bit. Like.
I think that's the weirdest feeling is that like after a clutch, like getting like the shakes all of a sudden, it's like you don't feel a lot of things in the moment. Like you're just like playing the game, you go through it. There are many times where like, even if like I'm left in a clutch, like I can like, you know, like go for it. I know what to do. I'm thinking it through. And then all of a sudden, if I get too much time to think, I can feel my heart going and I'm like, oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Now I'm getting nervous. Oh man, what's going to happen?
And then sometimes you just forget to breathe.
Yeah, you forget to breathe.
I remember a ranked game like a year ago. I clutched like 3-4 rounds in a row. My hands were, I'm like, God, I'm talking in voice because I'm like, guys, I can't take this stress. I am shaking my shoes off. I can't take it. Actually crazy.
But I love that. And it's definitely a different feeling being in that kind of game, in that different environment. But along the lines of the team, we'll wrap back to that. What's it like to kind of have, you know, a structured environment to play in versus like playing a ranked game? You know, that competitive game environment versus actual, you know, like playing it in an esports game.
I think for me, it's a lot more pressure because you have to kind of keep everyone happy, you know, kind of keep to everyone's standards. And it's a lot more pressure on yourself if you're not performing. I feel like that's what got to me at the start. But I think I overcame that. Took a while, but I think you remember in the car.
We definitely had a lot of pep talks in the car because I would always drive Ed and I would drive Miles, and like there definitely were unhappy moments and we definitely talked about it and we definitely overcame it. But yeah, for me, I think it was I don't know. I hate ranked. I'm gonna say I hate ranked. I think
Ranked
that's
demon is staring you down. He's no, I'm sorry.
Zach literally tells me to queue games, and then I queue games and I lose, and it's just like it's so demoralizing. But being in like the structured environment, like it's definitely more stressful. Like I feel like you just have to be up to par, like peak performance, everything. Like definitely, like there's times where it's like I'm in my head, I don't know what to do, and it's just like I'm being told this, I'm being told that. It's just like so many things, like because we all have different opinions as to what to do, and like obviously we all have like conflicting opinions, and that was something that we also had an issue with. I spoke about it. So because I was like, we need to put our feet on the ground, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about our problems.
I definitely like playing with like 5 people that I know a lot more than ranked. Even I enjoy ranked, but playing with 5 people, especially like remember the Pearl game that went into OT when everyone's locked in, we're all playing to the best of our abilities. We're all doing this against 5 other people that are also playing to the best of their abilities. That's like the most fun that I can have playing any type of video game.
I agree.
My only thing is I have a really high ego. I feel like I'm better than people. So when people like tell me what to do and I think it's wrong, I might just not do it.
Let it out sometimes. It happens.
Yeah. And I feel like people have noticed, but I mean, that's okay with me. I still think I'm better than people. So I have been working on it, like, you know, kind of trying to let people sway me more, let other people tell me what to do, because sometimes I definitely am wrong. But I definitely enjoy 5 people playing. I enjoy playing with the guys and the girls and stuff.
Definitely happens. I mean, I've played on the Rainbow Six team now for 3 years. I was started off freshman, showed up to tryouts the day before, or signed up the day before tryouts. So like literally, you know, 8 hours before tryouts. You know, I'm like up at midnight, like, huh?
There's tryouts.
Gosh, if there's tryouts tomorrow afternoon, what? You know, and I like show up, and you know, like nerves are there, and I'm not used to playing with like 5 people in a call. Like I would play my friends on Xbox, like, you know, that's no big deal, but you put yourself in that environment where you're with people who like know the game sometimes more than you. And I'm like, I don't know a competitive environment. It's my first time playing competitive Siege, let alone subbing in for a competitive Valorant game. That was insane. Like the level that like I had to realize I had to like change to like play a Valorant match versus a ranked game in Valorant. I was like, this is different. Like there's a lot more structure. There's a lot more like communicating to it. There's a lot more planning versus my ranked game where I can like throw a jet smoke and dash. You know? Right. So I definitely understand that, because we've had our battles in the past with the Siege team where like me and my teammate, we've been together the whole 3 years. Like we've stuck it out through thick and thin. We've had our arguments, but like at the end of the day, we're here to play as a team. We know what's best for the team at the end of the day. So we like stuck it through. There was a one time where like we were on LAN, we had this just heated argument over a round, and we were just like, the argument ended, we both sat there and we were just like looked at each other and we were like, like went next. I don't know what it was, but it's one of those things where like you're gonna fight with people. It happens.
I've had my fair share of arguments.
It definitely does happen, but like if you can just like squash it at the end of the day, like you guys are just playing a game together, and plus you're in college. You know, you're basically student athletes at this point in a way. You know, like you're trying to be a student and also just compete as much as you can. You know, like you're doing your best for what you got.
It's funny because Luke is literally our middle ground. Like whenever something happens, he's like, "Guys, all right, let's calm down. Next round starting. What are we doing?"
Ever.
Yeah, Luke is always like the tame one. Oh my.
He's always chill. But the better I get at like scrims, the worse I get at ranked. I feel like my teammates are gonna do certain things and then they don't. So like it messes me up.
I love that. Once again, this is ESBN for WIDR 89.1 FM, and the Valorant team here. We've gone through definitely a lot. We've once we went varsity for Valorant, we kind of saw the shift in how many people really showed up to tryouts as well. And this was a big thing because I saw the amount of people that came in and the amount of people that went and left. And one of the biggest things for me is that, you know, after playing competitively, do you guys see yourself still continuing to play the game all the time if you really feel like, oh, you know, you've hit what you wanted to do in the game?
No.
Oh,
No. There's days where I like will look at the game and I'm like, wow, I really should play ranked. And then I click Overwatch. And like I click any other game. Like it's just sometimes you just get tired and like you play 4 times a week, like 3 times a week, and just you're out of it. So
I remember like the start of the semester when we all started, it was like Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And between then, I didn't even play.
you literally said that you were going to stop playing ranked.
I did.
Yeah.
You did.
I stopped,
You can tell.
I stopped playing ranked for like, when did I start playing it? I stopped playing right when the semester started, and I didn't play until like 2-3 weeks before spring break. And then
Well, that's like a month and a half.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not playing the game.
Well, then I played scrims and games, and I feel like I improved then better than I did in ranked. It wasn't good for my mental anyway, so. Right?
It's true. Because I don't get ranked in Siege anymore. I don't play it. I only strictly play like scrims now because I don't have the time to queue outside of it. And when I do, I don't have like the mental at the time to do it because I'm like, man, I'm exhausted. I gotta play a ranked game of R6. Oh, I don't want to hear someone be mean to me today. I'm gonna go to a different game.
I definitely queue all the time. I want to play Valorant all the time. Like,
What you playing right now? What's wrong? No.
The only reason I be completing my homework is so that I can get to Valorant quicker. I've like planned out my day so that I can complete all my homework as quickly as possible so I can get to Valorant. Like, this is the only thing I think about for the most part.
I find it so absurd.
Sometimes I get on different games, but if there's no one else on, I'm getting on Valorant.
Dude, literally, I'll like after games, like Miles is like, anyone want to play comp? I'm like, I want to go to bed. No.
I can rank up.
On the topic of queuing and whatnot, I wanted to ask because there's always those tilting moments in the game, and I have to ask if you can think back to like that first memory. What's the one thing that's tilted you the most in the game at all? Like one of those rounds where like something just like made your desk slam, you know. Just throw the keyboard a little bit.
What makes me
I've definitely thrown my headset many times over Siege. I will say that. I have thrown my headset.
I'm a desk slammer. I've grown to want to punch my monitor really bad, but I don't have
The urge?
I don't have that type of money. Like maybe if I was rich, I'd be a monitor puncher, but I'm not that.
You pull a Summit 1G, just really take it out real quick.
I pull my fist back. I'm like, I gotta put it down. But what most definitely makes me the most angry is when I'm playing bad. It's like when I'm like not hitting my shots or not doing this, not doing that, it pisses me all the way off. Like I could be losing 4 or 5 games in a row, but if I like got 30 kills each game, I'm chilling. It's just if I'm playing bad, I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Like, but I don't get angry. Like, okay, I get angry at myself. Obviously, like, I'll get a little tilted if it's my teammates and stuff like that. But I definitely, like, anything physical, like, I can't. Like, my monitors and my keyboard, everything's precious to me. I don't have money, okay? I'm a poor college student. I have to pay my loans and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a desk slammer. I actually had to change my desk after I moved out of the dorms. It was like kind of bent down.
No.
And I think what gets me the most is what Miles said. If I'm not doing good, it gets to you. Mm-hmm. And then I start talking to myself.
Come on.
Delusional?
Come on. I got this, Ed. Come on, you got this, Ed.
Let's say I lose a 1v3 because I misplaced myself on the map. It's like, I know I should be here. Why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I here? There, you know.
Ed, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Ed?
It's like, be better.
Once I did do like a knee up.
That That is awesome. I love that.
But at the dorms, at the desk, I pulled out the little drawer because it's like it'd be too low. My knees would be like pushing out my desk. So
sorry, that's funny.
So there's like a little corner at the bottom of my desk. I hit it like this. Ooh. It hurt so bad. I've never felt that pain before. It hurt so bad. It was so weird.
1 to 10?
Like a 7 at least.
Funny bone levels, or
it's like I hit a funny bone in my knee. It was so odd.
Oh my goodness. See, it's esports is physical, guys. Come on, you should know this by now. It's a physical taxing sport. But along that lines, I mean, I've definitely thrown my headset a few times. I'm a desk slammer. And I've thrown some things sometimes. I did toss my mouse once, but I tossed it at the bed. And I was like, I was in the dorms and I'm like, finishing up a ranked game, we lose in overtime. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm mad. I'm like standing up, like just trying to breathe. And I'm like, I picked up the mouse. I'm like, cause I was like standing with the mouse in my hand, good old G Pro wireless in the hand. And I'm like, just chucked it. I just threw it so hard at the pillow. I go back to it and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I paid for it a few weeks later because my hyperglides were a little toasted. So I was like, maybe I should change my hyperglides now. But I've definitely had my spiteful moments where I just like hate the game.
It's Siege. A lot of things happen.
I used to want to throw my mouse when it was wireless, but I had a final mouse. Like, there's no way I can even replace that. Like, I would literally like have it like in my hand up. I would like drop it. Hope I do the smallest amount of damage to it.
A final mouse?
Yeah, the Starlight 12.
That's a good mouse.
Like
very nice mouse.
I bought it when it came out. I got the red one. I thought about getting the black one.
You buy like the Tens mouse?
No, I didn't.
My neighbor actually bought that mouse. One of my neighbors, the old Omegs. You remember Omegs? Yeah, she bought the 10. She bought 2 of them.
2?
Yeah, 2 Tens mice.
Mine is more expensive than that one on resale. Mm-hmm. It's not the black one, so it's not that expensive. Well, it's 700 on resale.
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot. So. It's not the 1200 the black one got. But the reason I got the red one instead of the black one because I was like, everyone wants the black one. So I'm like, maybe if I go for the red one, I'll be able to get it.
I wanted the pink G Pro. I was kind of sad I never got the pink.
He has that one.
I has it.
Oh.
Wait, you said
a pink mouse is so awesome.
On a mouse?
I need a pink mouse. Oh, what are you
I didn't spend $700 on a mouse.
$700 on a mouse?
No,
I didn't spend $700.
How much was it?
Pink mouses are sick.
I like white setups or like black, like whoopsies, and like aesthetically pleasing like setup. But I don't like the color pink, rosé. Like no. Not my thing.
I don't care about my setup. I just want to play the video game.
I just want to play the video game. I agree.
But
I also I just need it to look nice.
Both of my PCs have no RGB.
Really?
Okay, now I'm sorry. Now you crossed the line. No, you need the colors.
The one I have here, the fans are supposed to have RGB, but I didn't plug them in right, so they don't work.
Did you build it yourself?
I did.
So you probably just didn't plug it in right.
Probably. Like both of my computers spaghetti, but I don't care. they work.
No cable organization, just kind of like wrapped up in there. Spaghetti noodles. You shove it in, squish it all in. It fit somehow. It all clicked together. Yeah, the glass. Somehow the CPU was in there, but
glass on the wall. Like,
you took the case cover off, and just like have it open spin.
Hey, that's extra air, you know.
You got dust bunnies in your computer.
Well, oh yeah, you live in the dorm still.
Yeah.
All that
dust bunnies. When I cleaned my computer after I left the dorms, that was bad.
Oh my god, when I cleaned it,
so bad.
When I cleaned it that one time, and I think I almost used up all the Clorox wipes. Yeah.
I've never cleaned my PC.
Never.
That is so bad.
And it's like 4 years old.
Oh no! I'm surprised it hasn't, blown up yet.
Once it blows up, I'll get a new one.
Yeah. It's just so you get the good old red ring of death on the Xbox. It just somehow one day your computer doesn't boot. It just like sits in idle. I want to wrap back on the topic of tilt. What do you guys do when you need a break from the game? What's your go-to when you need a quick break from Valorant?
Just queue up again and hope.
No way. Back to queuing, the norm.
play a different game.
You really just re-queue? That's your only way to cope with getting mad at the game?
No, if I'm mad, I'll get off. I'll like watch Valorant instead of play. Makes more sense.
Live, breathe, die, Valorant. Oh my goodness.
I do play other games like Overwatch makes me more mad than Valorant, especially when you're getting like team diffed. I'm like, what am I even supposed to do to like bring this game back? It's just like it's so stupid. I'll play like Risk of Rain, Osu.
Okay, Osu's a good one.
I can't think of any other games at the moment, but play something else or watch something.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just put on some good music and hop on Battlefield 5 and, you know.
Go back to another game.
Finally do my homework.
Well, no, the music helps.
Finally, yeah, the music will help. That's if you don't listen to it when you play.
I listen to it all the time. I just change playlists.
You just yeah, I got my heavy death metal on when I play Valorant, and now I have to turn on my lo-fi hip hop and chill when I'm done playing Valorant.
I think sometimes during scrims, I've said a few times this playlist isn't hitting. Then I switch playlist, and then a few rounds later, and then I just change another playlist.
I saw you playing chess during a scrim.
That's worth it. I've actually done that.
Was it on my phone?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I've done that many times. I've played a lot of chess games during matches.
I'm like, what is this guy doing? And we were losing bad, so I was kind of pissed.
I think that's why I was on chess.
I'm like, why is this guy playing chess?
I think that's because we were losing so bad.
Mm-hmm. But come on.
I definitely just play. I either play like a different game or I just like have to get off. Like, definitely cannot play Valorant for a long period of time either. Like, it gets to you, I guess.
I don't think I played for more than like 3 hours at a time without a break. Especially in spring, Miles just be on 8 hours a day.
Like, spring break, like, or not spring, it's summer. I was on it 12 hours a day.
We've all had our summer stints of like just you queued. This past summer, I put in about 50, not even 50 hours, like a week in the game. Like I was putting so many hours in because I was working at a restaurant at the time as a funny enough food truck driver. So I was like driving the food truck, organizing events for that, but I was like working like 8 to 5, right? So I had 6 p.m. to like midnight to do whatever I wanted. And I'm like, 6 hours of queuing sounds about right. And I would do that 7 days a week. Yep. So whatever like 6 times 7 is, what is that, 42? Yeah, no, I was right. My math of 40 hours a week. Yeah. So I would queue 40 hours a week the whole summer, 3 months straight.
So you had an 8 to 5 and then you had a 6 to 12.
Yeah. I would constantly be queuing the whole summer. And I hit my peak at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'm okay with this. And then I like dropped off. But you always have that stint where like you spend that one summer, you just queue.
I had like 500 matches, one act.
I don't think I've ever broken 300.
I average in Siege, I average 50 a season in ranked. That's it. That's insane. 500?
I haven't had a job in a while.
But can you do the math for that? What's the average length of a Valorant game?
Like 40 minutes.
Okay, but that's if it like goes 13.
Yeah, that's
like,
if it goes full distance, right?
Like if you're getting 13-0, that's like 20 minutes.
That's like a 20-minute game, yeah. But if we say average, let's say
like
like
30,
average is like
13-7.
25 to 35.
We say
Let's put it 30.
Let's put it at 30.
Yeah.
All right, 30 minutes times 500.
250 hours.
So 250 hours, yeah.
250 hours.
You spent one season.
Yep.
That's more than the time I've played.
Let's say the average.
253 to be
Nice.
exact.
Did you just check?
Yep.
Yeah, so he was doing the math. I saw him whip out his phone for it.
No, I'm looking. I got the tracker open.
Oh, wait, it tells you?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
130 in July and 110 in June.
Wow. I was supposed to say my peak amount of matches I've ever hit was 250. And that was over the summer where I was playing like 40 hours a week. Where I was also playing in a league at the time. So I had like a summer competition to do. So I was able to put in the hours because I could scrim at night no matter what.
I think over like last summer, I didn't play much because I just got back from home and home was a lot of CSGO. So I got here and I barely played because I just didn't have anyone to play with. Mm-hmm. And I think like after playing with friends for a while, you just like don't even want to solo queue because it's not fun. Mm-hmm. And I found some friends to play with.
Drum.
I played CS for like a month because I found this. Me and this guy just like clicked, and we would play together. We were both silver and really bad, but
in the duo Q squad in.
we had fun. CS:GO was fun.
CS:GO is fun.
Dude, I could never get placed in CS:GO. I've tried getting placed. Like,
Out of that.
I'm not kidding. I would play my 2 placements, or no, because it was 5. Yeah. So I'd play 2 games, and then it would just be like, oh, now you have like 24 hours where you can't play, and then I'd forget that I had.
Because they would put you on competitive lock if you would win games in Counter-Strike Global Offensive is what the game's called. I know we're saying CS:GO a lot. You'll provide a little context, but they would competitive lock you if you would win games.
Yeah, I was like smurfing, and it was just like it was so. Hey, I gotta boost my ego somehow. Okay.
You play against people lower ranked than you. I
mean, yeah, maybe. I played my the next day. I played 2 more, and then I just forgot to play the last one because I was in 24 hours again. I was like, this is absurd. Like, I'm good. So
CS:GO was a fun time. I think I played Silver 1, and through the trenches, I got LEM, and then I just stopped playing. Nice. My face, it's still level 1. I had to make a new account for that.
Goodness. Real quick, have you guys, if you follow much of Counter-Strike, did you see Counter-Strike 2's announcement?
Yes.
I know Ed will, obviously, but what's your quick thoughts on that? Are you gonna even try to get into play Counter-Strike again because Counter-Strike 2 dropped?
Trying to get my old squad back.
I definitely want to try it.
I'll play it, but I'm not gonna like get into it. It's still Counter-Strike.
Yeah, not a Counter-Strike player.
I'm not.
I'm getting ready to sell all my skins.
The tried and true Valorant players here. This guy has too much money in the game, and
I got mine from opening cases. To be fair,
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You do a bit of both, I guess.
I have too much money in Valorant to stop playing.
Happens. Anyways, talk about my inventory.
Oh, okay. Before you say that, let's talk about Josh. Okay, like Josh has
your teammate has a lot of skins. I saw that.
I think he has almost every skin in the game.
Dude, there is a tracker in like on Riot, like there's a site somewhere where you can like go to the API source and like see how much money you spent in the game.
I've looked at that.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I spent like $800. And I was like, whoa, but I know I've spent way more recently. So I had to get the new.
So are we sharing costs?
Oni 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
I bought that bundle for sure.
I bought that bundle.
I just bought the knife.
Nice. We're all on the same page here. Okay.
Competitive advantage, but it looks cool.
So it's 900 now, right? At least.
Mine is more than that. We're probably lips to K. One grand. I've just spent that in whatever money I earned from working. So I'd be like, oh, I got like a $50 to spare. I can spend this.
That's a new knife.
That's a new knife. Oh.
How much have you spent?
Definitely more than 2,000.
I don't even know if I'm
Probably just a dollar for each hour that I play. It works out.
If you could make the amount of money, if you had money like coming in while you played the game, you'd be set. You'd be set for life. You could just play all day. Oh my goodness,
that would be the life.
I want to check now.
I think the last time I checked, it was like 900,000. It wasn't even like 900. It was 939,000, and I think it's because I switched currencies.
That would make sense, actually. If you switch currencies, it does say it's larger than what it used.
No, it was like the first time I checked, so I didn't know what was going on. And it was on a Discord call with some of my buddies, and like, whoa.
If you spent money on anything Riot related, so if that's Teamfight Tactics, League of Legends, then it all goes, counts.
I've only spent money on Riot.
That's not true. There's no way you spent $1 million on
what if
Valorant.
I did?
If I did, though.
I would be here in Western.
True.
Well,
I'm currently checking. Hold
that's
on.
okay. While she checks, I gotta ask. Obviously, Val and Miles have played this most recent game, and I was a part of casting it. I don't know if you had watched it at all, Ed. You guys had a recent match that actually had happened, and I'm brain farting on the team that you played. But how was that recent match? Obviously, Val had the 1v3 clutch in there, but what was your kind of thoughts on that recent match you guys just played?
The one with the 1v3 clutch? That wasn't the most recent.
I know this wasn't the most recent, but the most recent one on stream we could talk about. Whoa. She got a large number.
I did not.
Audio listeners don't even know.
1.1.
I'm probably about the same, though, so.
I didn't know I was
You remember
Just
like,
send the link. I'll check real quick.
you remember what game that was about?
Huh? What do you? Oh, the 1v3. We
Oh,
played.
yeah, from the stream game. I'm
What
asking
maps did we play? I
We
don't.
played Fracture and we played Icebox.
Yep, Fracture in the Box.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It was on stream.
Like last Tuesday.
Glove subbed in. It was one of the CBAL matches.
It was.
last
It was
Tuesday.
a week ago. It was
Yeah.
before I got sick.
Yeah.
Literally, we.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. I definitely thought it was. I don't know. I definitely remember thinking that my performance on KJ. No, we played Haven. It was Haven
Oh, you're right.
Fracture.
Haven Fracture, yeah.
I remember because I flubbed the first round. I definitely like cannot stop thinking. I keep rewinding that, and it's like it's drilled in my head. I definitely think that my KJ performance could have been a lot better, but I definitely was very thrilled with my Cypher performance.
Yeah, that clutch was crazy. I was like, I'm still not.
There's no way you don't remember the game.
I don't, man.
Why
The
you think
only
about it?
game I can remember right now is that Pearl game. It was so long.
Let's
So
get in the pro game.
23 or 4.
It's not a 30. You should be disappointed. No.
Maddie got 29. She was mad. She was like, I could have killed that Killjoy to get my 30.
Denied the 30 bomb.
Like that whole game is just like has been continuously replaying in my head because it just I was just having fun, to be completely honest. Everyone was locked in. We were having fun.
Was this the most recent one?
Maybe. There was a Radiant guy on the other team. We lost really bad the first game, and then we went on Pearl, and then we went into like double OT.
Did I play that? I don't remember. Dang.
You're like my teammate. And he doesn't remember any of the games we played, and I remember games from like first year we played because we played a lot of Michigan Tech at the time, and I was like, "You don't remember the Michigan Tech game we played?" He's like, "No,
I can
don't
remember.
at all."
I can remember like specific moments sometimes, but yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
Don't recall.
Got a little bit of time left here. We'll wrap it up with one last little thing. What's the most hype moment you've had playing the game so far? Have you got a quick story for it?
Ever?
Playing Valorant. Yeah. What do you got?
I remember this was like a year and a half ago. I was playing Cypher. It was the most fun I've ever had playing ranked because both teams were like so in it, and I was playing so well. I dropped like 35, 34 that game. And this is actually something the other team did. I was popping off. I'm Cypher. I'm in a 1v1 with the Killjoy. I tapped a bomb like 4 or 5 times, and the Killjoy did not peek at all.
No way.
Not once. She didn't look at the bomb. She didn't think about the bomb. I'm like, this guy has balls of steel.
Nerves.
I could not believe. It's an OT. It's our round to win, and this Killjoy did not peek me after 5 taps. I thought that was absolutely insane. I thought this guy was the smartest guy ever, which I mean he was, because I wasn't gonna stick it because I know I'm gonna hit the shot. I've been hitting shots the entire game. Killjoy knows I've been hitting shots the entire game, and he doesn't peek for 5 taps. That was absolutely insane. I gave so many props to that Killjoy. We won, but props to that guy.
Oh my god. I definitely remember like I don't know when, but it was definitely the chamber meta because I definitely was a chamber main. Oh my god.
Good times.
Bring that back. Like I want to relive that again.
Come on, Riot. Bring it back.
I remember I clutched a
bring it back.
1v5
Ooh.
in my ranked game. I don't remember what I was MVP. I don't remember how many kills I was, but I got like, because it was definitely when you were getting placed and it was the new act and stuff. So like you're in your hidden MMR and all that stuff. And I got like plus 50 RR. I was like,
Clutch a 1v5 and you gained 15.
50.
Oh.
5-0.
I said 15. My fault.
Got 50 RR?
Yeah.
See, I gained 40 recently.
Oh, nice.
That was just like a 13-2 win with a match MVP. I was like, nice.
I remember my first ace in Valorant. I remember it
mine too.
pretty
Oh my goodness.
specifically.
Yeah, quick Ed.
I think my most hype moment was I was like with like a full stack. That was my diamond game. At this point I was hard stuck plat for like since I started basically. It was like 6 acts, 2 episodes. And so I was Sage, it was split. I remember this very well. I had my very first like 1v5, but it was a 6K.
Ooh.
That was like
The good old 6K.
yeah, that was my first 6K, and the game I had diamond. So that was I got the first 2 in B main. I walled off. I tried to res my teammate. He died. And so I wrapped around to mid, went up heaven. There was like just 2 staring at the bomb, so I tapped those 2. The Sage was still B main, res the teammate, and didn't even wall, so I just walked down and shot both of them. And I remember everyone in the Discord chat just screaming. It was fun. That was my Battle Sage era.
I've gotten 2 6Ks ever.
I've only gotten 1.
One was on an alt Smurf account.
I think I've definitely gotten at least 1.
I'm sure I lost that round too. It's like post plant, like I get like a 6K and the bomb goes off.
If you get it, you still get it.
You gotta win the round. Yeah. But hey, thank you guys for joining us. I mean, it's always fun to have people on here for ESBN, and big shout out to you guys. Do you know if you have any upcoming streams or at all, or no?
Our season just ended.
Did it?
We're trying to find a weekend league that we can play in for the rest of the semester.
Awesome.
Besides that, no.
Gotcha. Yeah. Definitely look out for our Twitter, guys. You can definitely see anything on there. Twitter.com/WMUEsports. You can find a lot of our stuff on there. Any announcements for anything Valorant related there. But yeah, please keep an eye out for that. And this is WIDR 89.1 FM ESBN Broncos here with the Valorant team. I'm Chippy. That's it for us this week. Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.